Good morning, everybody. Except my morning started out a little different today. Rather than working out, I'm out working. It's time to do some tree trimming. Got the chainsaw out. Mama Badger's mowing the lawn. Over there trimming up some trees. Ah, the joys of having a lot of greenery around your house. It means lots of trimming. And since we're gone for months at a time, we really trim it up so that there's no incidents while we're gone. Anywho, it is Sunday. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Hopefully you're out riding your motorcycles, not out working in your yard. But it's got to be done, so we're going to get her done. Anyway, I better get back to work before Mama Badger gets mad at me. We'll see in a few. All right, that is a wrap. We got about half of the yard done, and we have a huge pile already. So hopefully next weekend I can get the other half done. I'll admit though, my back's pretty sore. Climbing up that ladder and cutting down tree limbs over my head. I'm too old for that shit. Anywho, today's video. So this last week was the Isle of Man. Are you guys familiar with the Isle of Man? I know a little bit about it, but I don't know a lot about it because I'm not into motorcycle racing. I've never been into motorcycle racing. Are you into motorcycle racing? If so, what style of motorcycle racing are you into? Even when I was in my very early 20s, I had a CBR 600 F4. Loved that bike. It was a great bike. But you know, I was young, I wanted speed, and the comfort didn't matter. Now I'm a little older, I like the more comfortable bikes. My sport is traveling cross country through rain and cold and whatever, you name it. But that is more my sport than racing. But even when I rode a crotch rocket, like, I did maybe some stoplight to stoplight racing, but I was never one that wanted to go out, hit the windiest road, dress up like a Power Ranger, and drag my knees and my elbows, and I just never sounded like fun to me. Drag racing, I've never wanted to take my bike to the track and see how fast I can do a quarter mile. Again, not something that's ever been attractive to me. Even when I used to be a big fan of NHRA, I'm a big race car fan, right? So I used to love watching the drag races. Even the drag races, which had motorcycles in it, right? They just were never appealing to me. Even though when I was a Mac tool dealer, we sponsored a couple of motorcycles. We also sponsored John Force, but we sponsored a couple of motorcycles. And so I would go to the U.S. Nationals in Indianapolis, which is the big granddaddy of them all drag race. And the motorcycle drag people would come over to the tent and all, and they just never interested me. So I will admit I used to watch Supercross back when it was like Jeremy McGrath was the guy that was dominating. What was his name? Jeff Immig, I think, maybe. Back in those days, I used to watch motocross quite a bit. But like I said, I've never ever been into motorcycle racing. The Isle of Man is freaking awesome. I love watching some of the videos, but it's still, I don't know, just doesn't do it for me. So what about you guys? Are you guys into motorcycle racing? And if you are into motorcycle racing, who do you follow? I would like to get to know some of the racers. I know they've got King of the Baggers now, and the only one I've heard anything about is, I think his name's Kyle Wyman, maybe. I don't know anything about him. Not done any research. Like I said, it's just not been a big interest of mine. I'm sure it would be fun to watch in person. Although if you go to like Daytona and all, I think that's kind of my other thing with motorcycle races. They seem to be road courses. And road courses, like, you only get to see them for a short period. right? We went to the Vintage Festival at Barber Motorsports last year, and that was awesome, really cool. But you know, you could only see a teeny tiny portion of the track, so you have to wait for them to come around. Of course, you've got your dirt track racing. I've not watched a lot of it, and I bet that would be fun. I would like to go watch more of that, maybe. It seems like every time racing's going on in Sturgis or whatever, I have some other event going on, and I don't ever get to get out and go to the races. So I think I'm going to make that like a goal of mine this year, to make it out to some more motorcycle racing, just so I can get a feel for it. You know, I love motorcycles. I don't really care what brand or anything. I just love motorcycles. I've just never got into the racing. And, you know, that's going to be on my bucket list this year, to go check out some racing. So if you're into motorcycle racing, where's your favorite place to go watch races? Do you go to like Sturgis? Daytona has races. Do you go to those events and watch races? And then what style of racing? Is it drag racing? Is it dirt track? Is it, you know, road course? What is it? What is your favorite style of racing? Anyway, guys, give me some suggestions below, and hopefully I can go check some motorcycle racing out this summer and share that adventure with you. But anyway, that is it. That is the end of Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. Time to get to work. It is June. May is over, so I only have a few weeks left. I got a lot of stuff to do, and then we'll be on the road for a whole lot of time. So let's get that done and get ready for a road trip. We'll see you tomorrow.